welcome to the Physics Verse with Pallavi. So as we have discussed in the last video that we will cover the most interesting and important topics. So today I will discuss the most important and interesting one, that is why don't electrons fall into the nucleus. Okay. So to start with this topic, that why don't electrons fall into the nucleus, we'll first start with a basic term or basic concept, that is atoms or matter. So we know that this whole universe is made up of matter. Matter means what? Matter which occupies space and which has some mass is called matter. And these matter are made up of small particles called atom. So even our whole body, human body, is also made up of atom. Now, so what is there inside the atom? Now see, suppose this is an atom. Okay, so inside an atom there is a nucleus, and this nucleus consists of protons and neutrons. So this is proton and neutron. So around this nucleus there will be electrons which are revolving around this nucleus, right? See, so we know that positive and negative charges attract each other. Means two unlike charges attract each other and two like charges repel each other. Suppose there are two charges, positive and positive. It means they repel each other, right? So if one is positive charged and one is negative charged, so it means both get attracted to each other, right? Similarly, this proton is positively charged, right? So proton is positively charged, neutron is neutral, and electron is negatively charged, right? It means this nucleus is positive, electrons are negative. It means there will be a attractive force between them. Then why don't electrons fall into the nucleus? You must be thinking that both are oppositely charged. Like this nucleus is positive, electron is negative. So electron must be falling into the nucleus. Then why don't these electrons will not fall into the nucleus? Okay, let's start with the concept classical physics, right? So according to the classical physics, if electrons are revolving around the nucleus, right? So here electrons are just not moving or revolving around the nucleus. So this is nucleus. Okay, so this is not revolving around the nucleus. It is accelerating around the nucleus. Okay, so I will draw here. Suppose this is nucleus and here there is one electron, right? So according to classical mechanics, that these electrons are not just moving around the nucleus, it is actually accelerating around the nucleus. So whenever the charges accelerating around the nucleus, it will lose some energy. It will lose energy or it will radiate energy. Okay. So if electrons are losing energy, it means its radius is, it means its orbital radius is decreasing, right? So if its radius is decreasing, orbital radius is decreasing, then after losing all of its energy, it will spiral inwards and falling into the nucleus, right? It means that electrons will lose all of its energy and will come and fall into the nucleus. So is it possible if there is no atom is present? Is it possible because the whole universe is made up of atom? It is not possible, because we know that this whole surrounding exists, means matter exists, this whole universe exists, and this human bodies also exist. It means this classical mechanics or classical physics fails, right? So now, so to understand why don't electrons fall into the nucleus, Let's start with the one more model, that is Bohr model. Okay, what is Bohr model? Have you all heard about Bohr model? Yes? Okay. So Bohr model. Right. So Bohr model suggests that orbits or electrons can occupy at a certain orbit and can have a certain energy level. It means that electrons will not radiate energy. Right. So this picture is not completely true. So in order to understand completely why don't electrons fall into the nucleus, we have to understand Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Heisenberg uncertainty principle. What is this Heisenberg uncertainty principle? So see, according to this Bohr model, electrons are small particles which are revolving around the nucleus, right? But according to Heisenberg uncertainty principle, electrons are not a small particles which are completely revolving around the nucleus. Then what is electrons? So next, Heisenberg uncertainty principle comes with the term wave function. Wave function. So wave function does not tell us that electron is where electron is present. Okay, but it tells us where it can be found, where electron can be found, right? So the electron cannot, we cannot take electron as a small particle, but we can take it as a spread out or a probability cloud. Now suppose this is nucleus. Okay, now take here, this is the probability cloud. Okay, so electron must be present here, or electron must be present here, or electron must be present here. This spread out nature already prevents the idea of a simple collapse. Okay, so if you all enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe to get more interesting videos and which are coming soon. Thank you.